Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
Back on Track.
Hello, Jamie. It's been a while. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Hamish. How are you?
I'm doing splendid, mate. Doing splendid. Yeah, it's been a minute. We've both had very busy lives, but we're back here, and we have a lot to tell this week. I mean, Jamie, how has things been for you?
Busy. Work's been busy. It's coming up to that time of year where the snow starts to fall, the leaves start to fall, the weather's getting colder, and people seem to take the opportunity to flock to Manchester to witness the Christmas markets and the Christmas wonderlands that we've got in Manchester, which makes my life very interesting, but very busy.
Yeah. Have you ever been a Christmas market kind of person?
I have been to the Christmas markets, mostly because they've got an ice skating rink, and I do like a good old ice skate. But to be honest, they are so busy, so overcrowded, overpriced. I remember getting a Yorkshire wrap with you many years ago in Leeds. And now it's all the rage at these Christmas markets.
Yeah.
And it's something ridiculous, like 12, 13 quid for this tiny, just a wrap, which you can make at home for, a quid. So anyway, it's overpriced, it's overcrowded, but it's overhyped. But to be honest, I mean, maybe I'm a bit of a Scrooge when it comes to Christmas, but it's all right. But definitely don't go on a weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
And take out a mortgage or a loan because it's bloody expensive.
I mean, Winter Wonderland that's the OG overpriced market. Oh yeah. I've been all over really. I went to Bath earlier this month I was seeing
a bath.
Yeah, I needed one. It was due.
Your annual wash.
Yeah. My annual clean. Get all the summer sweat off just as we're about to head into winter. And we went to see the fireworks for Guy Fawkes Night. Again, have you ever been a fireworks guy? Because I'm slowly. This one was okay, but I've gradually become more and more against fireworks over the years.
I get the sort of environmental concern with fireworks. But I think they're all right. They're quite cool, but it's just big lights in the sky, really.
Yeah.
What I like, which we're doing a lot more of these days, is these drone shows and these drone laser shows. Those are much more, because you can do way more with them. You can draw big pictures in the sky, and that's quite exciting. But I do like a good firework. I do like the good old effigies, which you burn. You could build a big old, effigy of you and then burn it,
I mean, it's usually of Guy Fawkes, but sure, would do well.
Well, I've seen people people building ones of someone did like Theresa May and Donald Trump and things like that, Rishi Sunak and all controversial politicians, and just burn them on a big fire. Why not?
Why not?
So I'd like to do one of you and burn it, and you could do one of me.
Good start to the episode. We've shown our hatred. Not just for Christmas and winter traditions, but also
each other.
Yeah, each other, and also politics. Yeah. Well, I don't know I think that was more you to me.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, I won't burn you anytime soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, I hope not. But in that area in Somerset, I also went to the village of Frome. I said it was from because it sounds French, and then I think it's pronounced Frome. Do you know of it?
How's it spelt?
Frome.
I'm going to say Frome. I don't know. I'm not from that neck of the woods, so I don't want to offend anybody.
I'm here all week.
Yeah. I'm going to write that one down.
Anyways, and I, because it another Sunday market of all organic goods and such, which I think everyone flocks to around Somerset. But there was a man sat next to what was described as the Valentine's Day lamp, or the Valentine lamp. And
Nice.
this elderly man had made this lamp in the 90s to celebrate the coming of Valentine, or the and he was there, sat down, and then when I started talking to him, we just had a small chat. He was sat by the bench, and then he I said, well, what's the story behind the lamp? And he said, well, if you come, if you can convince your girlfriend to come back, I can tell you, because it's about 10 minutes long. And I went,
Oh, right.
all right then.
Yeah.
So Sabrina came along, and we stood there and had a chat, and he explained it all. And he's basically, I'll show you the picture of it after, and we'll get a little picture up on the on the thing. Jamie, if you could react now to when the picture pops up.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Very nice. I mean, the description here is it's Somerset. The famous Valentine gas lamp in From Somerset is one of the town's most romantic landmarks, set amidst heart-shaped cobblestone with a love seat under the gentle glow of the gas lamp, looking down the historic cobble street of Catherine Hill. So yeah, he's got a whole explanation of how it, is all, each little section has its own thing about, the start of man, because he says Valentine's Day is to celebrate, I think I'm trying to think of he had it in a much less crude way of describing, but to celebrate birth and the fact that we can reproduce, or something along those lines.
Right.
Of it's the continuation of man.
Nice.
But anyways, yeah, and it's got a little arrow, what are they called? The like a love arrow going through it as well.
The little the Cupid's arrow thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was very interesting. And then it was also my birthday last week.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
Shall we start singing? Happy birthday to you. I don't know the rest.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I wasn't sure how long I should keep that going.
We've not got all day. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Big
mate.
2-2.
I know. 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought maybe I'd be like every other girl and post Taylor Swift, but alas, I did not.
We're gonna get copyright strike now.
Yeah. Mute that, please. Mute that. Yeah. But amongst all of that, I was also in Richmond. I've been going around a lot recently. I've noticed it's good for the podcast. It gives me something to talk about. But have you watched Ted Lasso?
No, I haven't, but I know it was filmed in Richmond, and I'm aware of it. And everyone does keep telling me to watch it, but to be honest, I'm not that interested.
The show's okay. It's sort of written by Americans with football as it is about football, but it's more about the relationships along the way. Some people love it. A lot of people love it. Some find it a little bit annoying. I don't know where I stand with it. Some things I find very annoying about it. Anyways, well, it's set on Richmond Green. Like the main character is supposed to live in that in one of those alleyways. And so now the area is flocked with American tourists who are going on Ted Lasso tours around. The main thing that made me watch it was because it's filmed in Twickenham in Richmond, so it's quite nice. Every little shot you recognise.
Well, do you know what I found out recently?
Yeah.
So I've just recently binged watched all of the original Mr. Bean. And that I didn't realise that was all filmed in Twickenham and that neck of the woods. Yeah.
Is it really?
Because there was one scene I was watching it. I thought, you know what, I've not seen Mr. Bean, the original one, in a long time. I'm going to rewatch them all. And there was a scene that one of the cut scene, like one of the little transition scenes. It's like a little traffic scene, and I thought that crossroad looks so familiar, and the houses in the background look very sort of Twickenham, very you know that. And I thought that looks so familiar. And so I googled, I paused it, and I googled it and everything, and I found out, and it was the crossroad. I don't know if you know. Well,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm from
But
the same.
you know I know you know, yeah. You know where
Oh
it
yeah,
is,
of course.
but
Sorry,
you know
for the audience, yeah.
For the audience who maybe not know this area so well, I mean, to be honest, most people who listen to this probably do.
Yeah.
It's the Shell garage near the A316, where it near Staines Road, and where it intersects with Hospital Bridge Road. There's a Shell petrol station there, right? And there's near the not the Beefeater, the Beefeater, near the opposite the Beefeater.
Yes. Yeah.
That crossroad is where they film. And I was watching this Mr. Bean. I was like, I mean, that's the bloody Beefeater. That's the shit. And I watched it and I googled it, and it's all filmed in like Twickenham and like St Margaret's, Richmond, all that sort of. Yeah.
Well, it'll be Twickenham Film Studios.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't realize that's because I love Mr. Bean. It's such a brilliant. Anyway, yeah.
I don't know if Twickenham Film Studios is still around, but that's right in St Margaret's actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I mean, it's funny watching Ted Lasso because Richmond Green is now a
tourist hotspot.
It's not too bad because it's a big place.
When I was younger, Richmond Green was a place to get pissed.
Well, this is what I was about to say. Yeah, this is where every child, that sounds like every teenager goes to Richmond Green to drink. And I think my mum, because she grew up in the area as well, had the exact same experience. So it's just a strange thing when you see this. It's basically a Hollywood set, and it's all nicely, lit and stuff. And we're like, oh my god, okay, yeah. And it's the same. Do you know the pub on the corner, right
facing
next
the green?
Yeah, the one.
Yes, I know
the one next to the cricketers.
Yes, I've been there with you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Did we go? Yeah.
Went recently.
That's
I know the
the
one.
pub.
I know the one. Yeah.
That's the pub that they all go to. And a funny little anecdote about that pub was I once went there to meet a girl before Sabrina. Before
it's all coming out now.
Yeah. Well, I once went there to meet a girl who I thought was single. Anyways, went there and her boyfriend was there.
Oh, Hamish, you homewrecker. Or maybe you're into that sort of.
No, it's not my fault.
Okay.
It's not my fault. I think it's been clear. I'm not one of those sort of people. It'd been clear that they were not in a relationship. I went, okay.
Are we not going to name any names for legal reasons?
Yeah, for legal reasons, for social reasons. I don't think they listen to the podcast anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went there and it was fine. Like, there wasn't a tension. You know what I mean? It just turned into we're just meeting up for mates. I was sort of, and I don't think he suspected anything. But yeah, so it was just a bit of a weird thing where I went, oh, there he is. And I didn't stay for too long. I went over and met some other mates in Whitton after that, but it was just a bit of a strange thing. So anyway, so that's now a big tourist hotspot, that pub. Not for my situation.
Not for that reason.
Yeah, for the Hollywood, for its Hollywood glory. But yeah, anything else with you, mate? Have you just been on the train?
I've been on the grind. I've been absolutely grinding. I've recently bought a new Xbox.
You didn't get a PlayStation, which
no, I didn't get a PlayStation. I'm sorry. I'm an Xbox man, and I know there's debate around Xbox or PlayStation, but I did get one because it was fairly cheap, and I need something to do because I get bored otherwise. Not bored, but it's nice to.
Amongst your Scrabble and crosswords.
Yes, I do a lot of crosswords. I've been really getting into my cryptic crosswords lately, and Sudoku. I've always been a big Sudoku fan. And I've got a few jigsaw puzzles. This is quite
Jamie,
boring.
you're just an old man.
I am
just
an old man.
You
But
love
I've
darts.
gone down a few decades now because I've got an Xbox and I've been playing GTA and I've been getting loads of money. And yeah, it's brilliant.
Do you still do the thing that... So there was a thing that I used to do when I had GTA. I don't have it anymore because it was on my brother's account. And anyways, where... and I mentioned it to you. And I think you said you did it a couple of times where if you come home drunk, had a little...
Oh, yeah.
And you still are a little bit awake.
Yeah.
What I would do is I'd hop on and I'd do taxi cabs.
Taxi drive.
Yeah.
So my friend Jasmine takes the absolute piss out of me because we both play GTA together. And she hates the fact that I just spend most of the time just driving the taxis. That's my favorite thing to do. And
really
you know
good.
what you can do now? You can do pizza deliveries, which
What?
is brilliant. Yeah,
Really? Have they upgraded?
On a little shitty little moped.
Oh my
and it's
God.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh,
It's brilliant. So
Do you
I spend
reckon-
most of my time doing that.
GTA 6 is going to have Deliveroo.
Probably.
Yeah, it's going to have a Deliveroo
Yeah.
mini game where it's like short on cash.
Yeah.
Run around town with getting $4 a trip. With
Yeah, it doesn't pay very well.
No, but yeah, and then you could if they ran away with your tip, you could kill
Shoot
them in
them.
the kill them in the worst way.
Yeah.
I used to love it because the car would just have blood all over the bonnet, and like the windows
Yeah.
smash.
Yeah.
And I'd be like driving around picking people up.
Just running into them. It's good fun. I like trying to hijack the train. I know you can't drive it on
Yeah, we
online,
tried
but
to
you-
do that.
Yeah, I remember spending hours with you trying.
I don't
to
know.
do
It really wasn't that difficult, but we just couldn't get it done.
I know. And then I went and did it with a mate, and then it took like 2 seconds. It was like you just
I
go
know.
up to it and press.
I
Y
don't know
or
what was
whatever.
going on
Yeah.
there. I think it was, maybe we had a big night out the night before, but
I mean,
Yeah.
we were trying to land on it with helicopters and backflip onto it with a motorbike. But yeah, anyway.
So have you got the new Xbox or the old one?
No, I've got an old one because it's the new one's. The new one's like £600 or something ridiculous. And this one was. But it's an Xbox One X, I think, and it's
Yeah.
quite good. It does what I need it to do, but I may get a new one at some point.
I think when GTA 6 comes out, you've got to.
Yeah, I reckon so. But that's coming out this year, next year, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed because it's one of those sort of games, but it's going to be unbelievable. Yeah, I think it will break the internet, as they say. Whoa. Guys, it's been a while. Sorry, my computer. I think the screen recording will go a little bit funny there. It's been a while. So we're gonna kick you off with all the old segments. I mean, Jamie, we haven't addressed. We're in double digits now.
Are we? I didn't even realise.
Episode 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is
episode 10.
impressive. Congratulations.
Yeah, woohoo! Double digits.
Woo. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. You might not be able to hear this on the thing.
I don't think they will.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we'll do it in post. We'll do it in post.
Yeah.
So here's the 20 episodes.
20
and then after that,
episodes.
who knows where
Yeah.
we'll go.
Yeah. Should do a
Jake-
live show.
I don't know if we'd sell any tickets.
Maybe
Maybe-
just do it at the pub.
Yeah,
Just get a
maybe-
few mates. Yeah.
my dad would come. I think our mate Zachy would come.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, just the usual people we go to the pub with. Just
Yeah.
instead of having a normal chat, they listen.
yeah,
to
exactly.
Yeah.
Jamie, what should we start off with? Should we start off with the news? Should we start off with some train facts?
I've got a little train fact for you.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want.
Tell me what's going on.
This is quite interesting actually. So, did you know that during World War One, they used pigeons to communicate messages between moving trains and stations and parts of the train and things like that. Now everyone knows that pigeons were a big part of the communication system in during the war. But special compartments were built into trains and stations called pigeon boxes, and that's how they communicated. Because of course they didn't really have the same radio communications, telecommunications that we have today. So they use pigeons, which I find just pretty cool. Because obviously today we use modern systems. We've got a system, but they use bloody pigeons. Can you imagine that if you were on a train today and like if you were driving it or whatever, and you had to send a message to another, the signal, and you had to fucking let a pigeon out the window.
But did they do that for like general Great Western Railway? Did they use?
Well, I think it was just like just.
Or was it just during? I feel like during the war, because there's like the stakes are higher. They've got to get stuff out now.
I think it was like war related.
Yeah.
Messages, but general messages. I don't know. Who knows?
Do you reckon they ever sent jokes?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, just as a little like.
Yeah.
Here you go, mate. Little. Oh God, what is it? Oh, that's actually quite good. That one.
I might do that. Send jokes on a pigeon, but I don't get the whole pigeon system. Like, how do you know it's not just gonna? How does the pigeon know where to go, and how do you know it's not just gonna fly away?
Well, especially on a moving train, because trains aren't slow, unless it was a slow train. But I don't know. It would probably just be a lot of training, obviously.
You'd have to train the pigeon. I've got a mate actually who was driving a train, and a pigeon flew into the cab whilst he was driving.
I think you brought this up
he had
before.
The window open.
Yeah.
Just, that would be my worst. I hate pigeons.
Maybe it was a lost long message from.
Maybe.
World War I.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, finally it managed to. Yeah.
He reads the note. We've got enough ammo till December. All right then. Yeah.
What's up, mate? Yeah.
Wow. Well, did you know pigeons were originally domestic, and then we eventually just kicked them out?
Once we had no use for them anymore.
Yeah.
And then they've all become strays, and I do sort of feel bad for pigeons, but I mean, look at they're ugly, man. They're horrible little rats on wings.
You can train them, and they can send notes around trains, so
I might have to get one. Next time I'm in Piccadilly Gardens, I'm just going to grab a pigeon and train it.
Wild pigeon. Yeah.
I've seen somebody do that before. You see some sites at Piccadilly Gardens. Yeah.
There's a lot of animals. It's like, you think, this is a feral, like, beast. Like rats, right? First thing, oh God, no rats. If they are cleaned, if they're domesticated, they are very good pets.
I know someone who kept rats.
Yeah, my brother's housemate had rats, and they would he stood by the table and would jump on me and then go inside my jumper.
Oh,
and
lovely.
he'd start. It was fucking weird. It was a weird feeling, but they were enjoying themselves, so I was like, it sort of tickled, and they would like scurry along and just go around everywhere. They'd like to go in your shirt and just like run around, and it was fine for a couple minutes, but like it would be doing it for far too long, and I was like, oh my God, please get out of my jumper now, please. But and you'd see them like after a while. I was like, I'm not having you in my jumper, and it would be there looking at me with its arms out, like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Animals are so weird and funny, but I wouldn't want a rat as a pet. If I had to get any pet, it would probably be a tortoise.
So you could live with it for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not too much maintenance. Won't run away.
It won't run away. It certainly won't be running.
Yeah. Have you seen that tortoise though that got put on a skateboard?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Zooming everywhere.
It's zooming along. Yeah.
It like evolved, and it was like
finally I can go quickly.
Yeah, it starts like squaring up to the cats and stuff. It's you can't fuck with me now, man.
All of a sudden, tortoises. They're gonna start evolving wheels.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's the deal with dogs knowing how to skateboard? Do you mean like all literally like they? Have you seen those videos of dogs on skateboards?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, and cats as well.
Cats, yeah.
And little parrots, little birds as well. Like
Well, I haven't
budgies
seen
and
that before, but
seen that.
yeah.
And I've seen a parrot, or was it a budgie, or some sort of little tropical bird cycling like a little bicycle, like a little bird bicycle.
Yeah, it's
They're very clever, those little birds.
Yeah, I think. Anyway, but I mean, rats. Maybe I'd get a little rat. The thing is, though, I'd kind of want a cat, and you can't really mix the two together.
You say that. I've seen like I my Instagram and TikTok is just cat videos, and I've seen like cats and mice or like hamsters getting on well. Do you know what I mean? Like cuddling up to each other, and like I've seen like one where the bird, there's like a little, I think it's like a cockatoo or something, and it's on the cat's head, and the cat's just walking along, and it's just sitting on the head of the cat. It's quite cute. Yeah.
Well, I guess you could do. I think I'd just be too scared about it. You know, it would be.
Yeah, I think did we mention this before? But my cat used to try and didn't like. We used to have a hamster, and the cat didn't particularly. You know, I didn't trust the cat to not eat the hamster.
Yeah,
basically.
Exactly, and that's going to be 90% of cats. And the 10% are the ones who turn into Instagram accounts where they are with their guinea pig, and everyone goes, "Oh, that'd be nice."
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'd want a rescue cat because I want to. I don't know, savior complex. I want to save a cat from the hells of.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, let's hope pigeons make a comeback in World War III.
Which won't be far off.
Yeah, and when they do, we can just start sending jokes to each other.
Because
all the satellites have been blown up.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the ages. But anyways, speaking of current events, speaking of World War III, Jamie, what's going on in the news?
So, you may have heard a few years ago in 2019 that a piece of art was sold at auction by the Italian artist Maurizio Cattelan. And it was... Drum roll, please. Oh, I can do the drum roll. Oh, let me do it.
It won't pick up.
I know, but oh no, that's not a drum roll. Anyway, that's
the other one.
Anyway,
right.
Listen. A banana duct taped to a wall.
Yeah.
And it's sold. It sold in auction back then in 2019 for, I think it was like 800,000. No, it was a lot of money. It was like millions of dollars.
It was a lot of money, and it opened up a big question on what is modern art. And
it was auctioned at Sotheby's, which is like a very prestigious auction house. And yeah, modern art. It's a bloody banana duct taped to a wall. Anyway, the person who bought it has just recently paid 6.2 million for at auction again for a certificate of authenticity. The piece was called Comedian. That was the name of the piece, and he's just paid $6.2 million for basically the rights to this piece. I don't really know how it works because I'm not really good
Comedian,
at this art thing.
I think I've seen that.
So Justin Sun, who's a cryptocurrency, billionaire, has paid 6.2 million for this certificate of authenticity, which basically gives him the rights to it and the rights to recreate the piece by basically duct taping any banana to a wall and calling it Comedian.
Comedian, yeah.
I mean, modern art is so. I
don't want to. I probably shouldn't. He's not gonna. Will he sue me for this? There is a slight suspicion for and this is all comedy and parody, that it's probably. How do I phrase this? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like there's some sort of money laundering involved in all of this.
That's the first thing that came into my head when I read. And
I'm trying to say this without putting myself viable. I don't know how much he's really going to get off me if he tries to sue me.
I mean, I think it's what everybody was thinking in the first place. So we're just saying what we think.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, come on, 6.2 million for a banana. I mean, with the bloke who bought it said he's just going to eat it anyway. So we'll just go to Sainsbury's. You can get it for a couple of quid.
Yeah, it's for the power though, isn't it? It's
to be able to say when you've got that much money, you can just say, "Oh yeah, I spent 6 million quid on a banana." Because why not? You've got money to burn.
Well, there's some reasons why it might work for them.
But yes,
tax
I
reasons.
agree. That could be. That's definitely. Yeah.
Well, I was. We just had to cut quickly because I did want to have a look at because the artist Damien Hirst. I was at his gallery in Vauxhall, which is worth checking out if you're ever in the area. I was there and he had a banana duct taped to the wall. And when you said the word community, I went, I think that's the name of the other one because the one I looked at it was a recreation or pretty much the exact same thing. And I just had a look here just to double check, and it says here that Damien Hirst tried to buy the banana, and he was told he couldn't.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. He was told no. So he instead just made one. Yeah, so he's got his own one in his own gallery.
Because how can you own the rights to duct taping a banana to a wall? I mean, it raises a lot of questions.
But yeah, he offered to sell me it, offered to make a special one. I offered to swap it for anything of mine, but he said no. So anyway, he made one of his own. And I think it's the one in his gallery right now. But yeah, so very odd, very odd. Well, speaking of bananas, and now, Jamie, do you have any phobias?
I don't think I have any phobias. Like, I don't get irrationally scared by anything. But there are things that I dislike, but not a phobia. Yeah, but like moths, for example, I've never liked moths. I don't like that, and those big old crane flies. I don't like those. And
but
they wouldn't. Before.
You could be in the same room with it without.
Yeah,
out.
I could be in the same room and I wouldn't freak out. But I don't have an actual. I don't think I have any phobias. I'm not particularly scared of spiders. I used to be a little bit freaked out by them, but But to be honest, I'll just put a cup over it nowadays because if I live on my own, so if I've got a spider in the house, I can't, get somebody else to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't planned this before, but my story is also banana based, and it's something I can sort of relate to because speaking of phobias, it's gotten better over the years, but I do have a phobia of bananas.
Wish I had a banana that I could take out right now. Not like that, Amy.
Gosh,
so we're
on YouTube.
It's not that kind of podcast. So you have a phobia. So if you were to just see a banana in a fruit bowl, would you start screaming? And shouting?
No, I wouldn't. I used to be worse as a kid.
What is it about bananas that you don't like?
They're just disgusting. And
I don't. What about like a banana smoothie or banana milkshake?
No, I hate the texture. I hate the taste. They creep me out. Like I don't know. I feel like if fruit is next to it, it's gonna then taste too much, too banana. Like I've had it before where there's been yogurt in the fridge too close to bananas, and it's it's inherited the banana flavor, and I've gone, I don't like this anymore. It's got banana in it, and I will listen. Right, I'll eat other stuff. It's just bananas. I don't know.
Have you ever eaten a banana?
I did in nursery, and I went,
so where do you think this all
it.
stemmed from?
I don't know. Maybe my full desire to show that I'm fully straight and that anything
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're too macho.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
With any close proximity, I go disgusting.
Yeah, Hamish. Next episode, I want you to try a banana. I want you to eat.
No,
one.
I'm not doing it. I'm
do it. Oh, you can overcome your fear.
I'm not doing it. Well, it's just, they're just fucking gross, and I don't want anything. I don't want to be part of it, right?
You don't. Yeah,
you
just. Yeah, fair enough.
Anyways, right. Enough about my fear. This one, right. If you think mine bad, let's listen to this one. So, Swedish gender equality minister Paulina Brandenburg, their severe banana phobia had led her to request a banana-free environment ahead of her visits, according to leaked emails published by Expressen. So, okay, this is this was in private, but it's something that's got out. But I stand with her. Maybe she should grow up a little bit about like.
Just like you.
No, I'm right. I can be in the same room as it. I'm not fucking touching them. Anyways, the emails described her reaction to akin to a strong allergy. Sorry, I should have proofread this. Asking venues to ensure no bananas are present. Brandenburg acknowledged the phobia, which causes symptoms like anxiety and nausea, and stated she is receiving professional help.
Oh my God.
A 2020 social media post where she mentioned her weirdest phobia of bananas has since then been deleted. I mean, I guess if you have enough power, you could be like if I was a rock star, rock stars sometimes ask for weird stuff. I'd say, no fucking bananas. Please don't put any bananas in my room. No, actually, I'd be nice because if the rest of the band want them, then I'd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like a banana. I love a banana milkshake. The McDonald's ones. They're great. They probably don't even have banana in them, or like. I know.
Well, do you know what's
smoothie.
funny? I actually don't mind banana flavored like yogurt.
Okay.
The chocolate and banana one because I had that as a kid.
What about those little sweet bananas? The little gelatin.
Yeah, I can have those
sweet ones
because they're different. They're not actually the taste of real bananas. The taste of the original banana.
Yeah.
Which is a different thing. So, yeah, it's
I'm gonna go and have a banana now. I love a banana. What about like a banana daiquiri or like a cocktail with a bit of banana in? Banana.
No, sorry, Jamie. I'm not changing my way.
You're not changing.
It's the one. It's the one hill that I think I maybe not like to die on, but I'm like that's one thing I can be like. I'll change myself in so many other ways to be better, and that's one where I go. Can I just stay like this, please?
This one you're just gonna sit out. Well, yeah. You're gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna put loads of bananas in your room and just. I feel like it's my mission.
You don't even know where I am tomorrow.
I'm
going away.
I will find you, and I will.
You'll find me
with a banana
across the country.
I'll be chasing you with a banana in my hand.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think of her reaction?
I think
clearly
it's massively overreaction.
Yeah, but I mean, if she's seeking help for it, then it's clearly something else.
There's the difference between being alert, if it's a genuine allergy or something. But if you're having panic attacks and mental breakdowns,
Do you know it might be something deep rooted in her? We don't know her as a person.
You know what? I watched the Speakmans. You aware of the Speakmans?
No.
And they're this duo, this couple that do they help people overcome fears, and they're on TV, daytime TV. I watch a lot of daytime TV.
I know because you're a fucking old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Along with your just before the snooker's on, you're gonna put on some daytime
I watch Loose
TV.
Women and this morning, and they're off and on, and they do these bits, these segments where they help viewers call in and help them overcome their phobias, and they come across some really weird ones. I've seen people who are terrified of balloons. There was one person who was terrified of. Oh, that was it. Somebody has a fear of Simon Cowell. Have you seen it? It was so funny.
No, but I feel like his evolving face is probably brewing the fear even more.
But this person genuinely had a genuine phobia. Like they showed a picture and she started crying and like, it was hilarious.
They should have brought him on.
Yeah, they should have done.
Hello, it's me. Yeah, I mean, mate, I think his face is just changing so much.
Yeah, he's a bit uncanny, but I mean,
because he's getting this fucking puffer face where he's just putting more and more Botox in to combat his drooping Botox, so his eyes go, and then he starts putting stuff more in his cheeks, and then he'll do some in his jaw. Yeah, I mean, Limmy has a good bit about Simon Cowell on people who, think about ending it, right? His motivation is stick around so you can see what Simon Cowell's face looks like in 5 years.
That's a brilliant.
I think it's a good thing to keep us going in this ever-growing tough world.
I'm going to start using that. Like, I come across a lot of people at work. I'm going to start saying that to them.
That's your Yeah, on the train tracks.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't jump.
No, just stay there. No, actually, no, you want them to get off. Sorry. Just please come with me. Listen, have you seen Simon Cowell's face recently? It's looking worse. Have you seen it? No. Well, if you come off, I can show you. And, hey, if you stay around, you might be able to see what it looks like next year. Okay. And he's going to become a savior for people because they all want to see how fucked up his face can get over the years. How more puffy, how more droopy can it ever get?
And how higher can he pull up his trousers, and how many shirt buttons can he undo each time?
How many black shirts do you think he owns?
He's probably.
I think that's all I ever see him in is that black shirt tucked in. He's dressed the exact same since the 90s. Yeah. Well, people say my brother wears all black, and he says because it never goes out of fashion. And looking at Simon Cowell, I guess it hasn't. So. Yeah, but his face is certainly, he thinks his face has been going out of fashion. That's why he's been fucking pumping it with more and more stuff. But, power to him. I fucking hate the guy, so I can't really say. If you want to pump your face with more Botox after money you've made from stealing writing credits from artists, then go for it, mate. Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, anyways. Sorry, that was my frustration with Simon Cowell. But anyways, Jamie, so that's the news. And it's been a while, so we've had a long time to listen to it. But Doomgaze, what did you think of it?
Alternative genre of the week.
Doomgaze.
Yeah, good name.
I've got to be completely honest with you, Hamish. This was probably my least favourite genre we've done so far.
I'm just going to say before you stop, I think this was my favourite.
Really?
Yeah, this has been my favourite of our week. Right, Jamie, tell me what it is. Or should we? Right, let's give a little context.
Give me a bit of context. What is Doomgaze?
Okay, so Doomgaze is an underground music genre that combines heavy, slow-tempo doom metal with atmospheric, dreamy soundscapes of shoegaze. This fusion results in the music that is both intense and ethereal, often ethereal. We're never going to
have another crack at that, Hamish.
Correctly. I know. Often invoking a sense of melancholy or introspection. I think as soon as we start recording this podcast, it's cursed, Jamie. I can't.
Yeah.
In Doomgaze, thick, distorted guitar riffs and deep bass lines are layered with reverb-heavy, echoing melodies, creating a haunting, immersive experience. The genre often appeals to fans of both metal and alternative genres, offering a sound that is both powerful and ambient, whatever you want.
Tomato,
potato.
So,
okay, I loved it. Jamie, what is it that you didn't like?
Well, it's you mentioned there it uses a lot of distortion and a lot of echo and reverb. It's too much distortion and too much reverb for me. It's like a brick wall of just noisy sound. You know what I mean? There's not much detail in there. I like music with a bit of detail, with a line and a melody, and this is just like a wall of slow sound. It's slow moving. It's like if you can imagine lying on a sort of a road which is being built, and you look up, you see a steamroller. That is what I imagine Doomgaze to be. So you're lying down and a steamroller of sound is about to roll over you. That is because it's going so slowly. That is what it is. That's what Doomgaze is. That's my metaphor. It's not, and it's doom. You're doomed. Clues in the name. You know what? I don't mind. It's powerful. It does have that sort of emotional ambience to it, and it's a bit psychedelic in a way. It sort of does have that ability to tap into your sort of feelings and emotion, but musically speaking, I don't know. It's just too much distortion, too much reverb. It's a wall of sound. It's almost suffocating. There you go. That's mine. But I didn't hate it. I don't hate any genre of music, give or take. But it was probably my least favorite.
Right. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, I'm afraid. I mean I think oh sorry, my notes have just disappeared. Whoa, you see my desktop? Whoa, let's censor that one. Whoa. No, it's not.
Close all those porn tabs, Hamish, quickly.
Right. I really loved the gothic feel, and I loved the atmosphere that they're building with some of these tracks. And I know you said it's slow and it's, but it's because, I mean, this is one of the first genres in a while that's really hit me. Or first little bits of music where I go...
Hit you like a steamroller running you over.
It's hit me like I know what they're doing here. It's gothic, it's atmospheric, the reverb on all these instruments. And I know you say it's slow, but there are some songs that are a little bit, they've got more of a structure. And it just, it had this real, deep. I mean, I was working out in the gym this morning, pumping irons as you do. Not that. But I was listening to it, and it just had a good emotion where it was it wasn't too angry. It was more of an emotional hit where it was people building an atmosphere instead of going, let's write a song. And I think in the best way possible, I think. And I know that can be well, you haven't got a structure, you don't know what you're doing with it. But it's the sort of music that if you have the right sound tech at the stage, it could sound amazing live, and it could sort of really sort of bring this environment.
I like the environment that it creates. I mean, I like the fact that it creates an environment, but I found that a lot of the tracks, in fact, almost all of them, have a very depressing sort of feel to them. It's like there's not really much happy.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the point.
That's the point of it, yeah.
The contrast is a lot of the lyrics are pretty happy. A lot of the lyrics of if they've ever spoken about relationship, they're not too many, they're not very wordy, but there are, relationships based in it. And they've all been pretty positive, they haven't been heartbreak songs. But there was funny because there was a couple covers of songs actually, because there was the Billie Eilish song, which is called I'm gonna get it here, but whilst I'm trying to find it, there was also other songs. Dark Stone by Holy Fawn, that was a really big one for me. A lot of the songs are quite long, and and Algorithmic by Spotlight I really liked. Which was the song called? Was it Everything I Wanted? I think it is. Everything I Wanted, which is a Billie Eilish song, but given in this sort of metal core, So I know, I get what you're trying to say with the.
I like happy music.
You like happy music.
This is too depressing for me. Do you know? It's a bit too sad, and it's very hipster. And I know you're a hipster, but it feels very. It's like, I don't know, hippie music.
It's not. It's definitely not hippie music, but yeah.
well,
sure, I get what
you know what I mean.
I get what you're
like,
trying to
yeah.
say. It's hipster
Yeah.
metal.
Sort of
like-
psychedelic, that sort of feel.
Yeah, it's metal where you're like,
yeah.
oh, I like a little bit alternative actually.
Yeah, it's a bit too
Um,
alternative. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I like it. I like one of the tracks that I liked was it's called "For Horror Eats the Light." I don't know if you heard of it,
I
and
haven't,
purely
but-
because the band who do that piece is called Funerals, but the U is a V. In
I've
Funerals.
yeah. I
And I
think I
like
had
the
that.
fact that
I
they
had
put a V.
that written down as well. Yeah,
And
They
I
were,
like the opening, and that is it. The first 5 seconds, and the rest of it's crap.
so you
No,
like
it's
5 seconds of the whole genre.
Yeah, and the fact that they spell funerals with a V instead of a U,
Yeah.
I think that's quite aesthetically pleasing.
Well, this is our first polarizing genre.
Ooh, dun
And
dun
we've-
dun.
I mean, episode 10. That's a good little like stick around because
Yeah,
you know
this is a cliffhanger if I ever saw
Yeah.
one. It's drama.
Yeah, we'll start arguing more in
Yeah.
the future. Well,
I've been.
yeah,
I feel like I've been horrible to you. I've got to beat you up with a banana. And what was the?
I know,
burn you
well,
on a
Jamie, this is, you know,
bonfire.
I haven't spoken to you in weeks, and this is how you
No.
come back to
I
me. So that's
know,
nice.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch out,
well,
sleep with one eye open.
I mean, it sounds like more for me, really. You know,
Yeah.
I should be more cautious. But yeah, as we do always, guys, we have a little playlist linked in the bio for you guys to have a little listen to any of the music that, well, Jamie didn't like any of it, but I liked. So I've put some songs on there. Jamie, I don't think you have done the same because you didn't like any of them. But
Well, other than that piece called Funerals.
Yeah.
Funerals by Funerals.
yeah,
just
yeah.
listen to the first 5 seconds, and then you don't need to listen to any of the rest. And also, just enjoy the fact that funerals is spelt with a V. That's the only thing saving it.
That's the key point for everyone.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's clever. I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
Put Jamie with a V.
Yeah.
You don't have a U in your name, actually. Sorry. Yeah. Oh no, you can turn Javami
Yeah.
works. But yeah, I've got to shoot off, so we're gonna wrap up today's podcast. Jamie, what's been grinding your gears this week?
So many things have been grinding my gears, but sticking on the music front, Hamish, let me ask you a question. When do you think is an acceptable time to start playing Christmas songs?
Ooh, December 1st.
December 1st, good. I would say maybe second week of December, not
Ooh, okay.
late
Yeah.
October or
Yeah,
early
yeah.
November. That is ridiculous. I've been flicking on the TV or walking in the shops or whatever, and you're hearing bloody Christmas songs, and it's not even been Halloween yet, and they've got Christmas songs going. They've got "Here It Is." I'm not going to do any. And Mariah Carey. Oh, that bloody Mariah Carey song. I hate it.
Yeah.
That's really been sort of pissing me off because I've mentioned it before. I'm a little bit of a Scrooge, only a little bit of a Scrooge. But you know, and Christmas songs. I mean, come on, it's too early for Christmas songs. It's not even December yet. I think that Christmas songs on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and that's it.
Not before. I get before,
Maybe a week
because we've got to
before
get a
if
middle
you're
ground
doing
with
it,
these
yeah.
capitalists who are trying to get you to buy your Christmas stuff. By the way, sorry, I forgot to also say happy Black Friday. Have you been out getting some fights in there? Get some TVs?
I didn't even realize it was Black Friday. When is Black Friday? Has it been?
It's today.
It's today. Bloody hell! I'm running to some PC World down. I'm getting there. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I do need a few things actually. I need a toaster. I hope my mum's listening to this because it's Christmas coming up. I need a toaster or slash toasty maker, a mop, an ironing board, and that's I'm going to be going Black Friday deals. If not, you know what to get me for Christmas.
Either or mum, or Angela to sort out. Yeah, well,
ironing boards, a shelf.
You know, listen, the dust hasn't, the gates haven't closed today, so you could just get, you could fight a couple mothers of three over a TV.
I'm gonna barge my way through
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
the latest
Get
TV.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get out the TVs. Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best, mate. I unfortunately have been too swamped. I ordered something off Amazon and that was it. Just get the to be in the Black Friday spirit.
Yeah.
Whilst not being, I thought I went to the delivery man. I said, "Do you want to like have a little tussle for it, just to sort of make me feel a little bit, a little bit better about it?"
Things, yeah, go on then.
Yeah, but so I'm trying to do what I can whilst not being able to be with everybody on this special occasion.
It is. It's the best day of the year, Black Friday.
Best day. Well,
they should do Black Friday songs instead of Christmas songs. Let's write a Black Friday song. Let's do it.
The ultimate capitalist.
Yeah.
The ultimate capitalist. Yeah. Buy things you can't afford because it's too good to give it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, as for me, do you want to ask the honours, Jamie?
Hamish, this week, what has been grinding your gears?
What's been Well, it's been my birthday, so I've been pretty happy actually. Sorry, I've not amped up the good enough answer, but I've had a very nice birthday, a lot nicer than I kind of expected, and I've been able to see some family, and so it's been really nice. But one thing that always grinds my gears, no matter where I go, is people eating. I think it's actually there is a name for it, but if I hear people eat, I clench up, and if I'm particularly not fond of them, I want to punch them. Yeah, I'm just.
What if it's a person that you don't like eating in public very loudly with the mouth open, chewing away?
I never address it, but I'm just so annoyed by it.
What if they're eating a banana?
I wouldn't even be there, mate. I'd leave.
Yeah. But you could be like on a bus or something or whatever, and somebody just cracks open a banana next to you. What are you doing then?
I'd repress myself and I'd hold it in and I'd scream inside.
You wouldn't start banging your head against the window in desperation of trying to end it all to save yourself from the misery?
No, I'd just put my headphones in and try and focus on something else.
Yeah, fair enough.
And but I don't know if you have the same. There is a name for it, but like I used to.
Yeah, there is. I don't like it when people, especially in like workplaces, if people bring in smelly food, especially fish. Here's a funny little story to end the podcast. A few weeks ago, at a workplace mess room along the network, somebody decided they would put something in the fridge for their lunch or dinner or God knows what. And guess what they put in the fridge? Where, by the way, everybody else keeps their lunch boxes and all their lunch in this big communal fridge. Do you want to guess what?
Fish, cod.
Nope, not even that. A dead crow. Yeah.
What?
Seriously.
Oh my God.
Somebody put a dead crow in the fridge at work, and we don't know who it was. We don't know what. I mean, anyway.
Some rascal's done it.
Yeah, someone.
Yeah.
Somebody. Anyway,
well, that's a good way to end the pod, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be a lot more consistent in the future. We've just all been very, very busy, and we'll be back on track. I'm trying not to say that because I think we've used the pun.
I quite like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It ties it all together.
We'll be back on track soon, guys, and we'll try to come out with weekly or close to weekly episodes, but it's just a lot of stuff. Jamie, I think everyone would be crying if we did not ask you to say a dad joke to end off the episode.
Hamish, I thought you'd never ask. I was going to mention it earlier because we were talking about music. It's been a bit of a music podcast, isn't it? But I used to actually play piano by ear, as you may know. Yeah, but now I just use my hands.
Oh, Jamie, you never cease to exist.
Yeah.
Or
cease to amaze you.
Amaze. I said cease to exist, but you do
yeah,
exist.
no, not that. Might be happening soon.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.